Hey YW team, here's today's quick strength circuit. Let's get started. All right. Our first exercise, we're just gonna be laying on the floor. These are called dead bugs. All right, we're gonna be going opposite arm, opposite leg. So we're gonna go ahead, we'll lay down on our back, right? Our arms are gonna be straight up over our chest. We're gonna bend our knees up to a 90-degree angle, right? And from here, we're just gonna be extending an opposite arm and an opposite leg at the same time, bringing them all the way back up. And then we're just gonna alternate arm and legs, right? The whole key while we're doing this movement is we are making sure our low back stays flat on the ground, right? If someone was trying to get their fingers underneath your low back here, right, you should not be allowing them to, right? A lot of people will feel like they have a big space here where someone can slide their hand underneath. The goal is to really start learning how to brace your core, locking that rib cage down, keeping that low back flat as we go through the movement, right? So if we can keep that low back flat, the goal is to do 10 reps on each arm and leg, so 20 total, right? And we're going slow and controlled. The first time people do this, right, you'll have limbs flying all over the place. It's normal. This takes a lot of intermuscular coordination to really control this movement. Right, so after we do 10 on each side, 20 total, exercise number 2, we're going to be staying right down here on our back. Right, we're going to be doing what's called a bridge with marches. So from here, we're going to be pushing our heels straight down into the ground, right, to raise our hips up into the air. The idea is we're trying to create a nice straight line between our knees, our hips, and our shoulders, and we're going to try to maintain that straight line throughout. Right, so from here, I'm just thinking about pushing my heels straight down into the ground to help me stabilize, and I'm just going to lift one foot into the air, back down, lift the other, back down, and I'm just going to continue to march back and forth, slow and controlled. Right, I'm not stomping into the ground. Right, and the whole goal here, it's not about how high you lift your leg. Right? In fact, I don't want you to lift your leg that high at all. It's all about controlling the hips. Right? I'm really thinking about keeping my hips pointed straight up towards the ceiling so that I'm not letting them drop down. Right? And in order to do so, you really have to activate and use that core that we just used in that previous exercise with the dead bugs. Right? And just like the last one, we're going to do 10 each leg here, 20 total. If you feel like your hips are dropping, right, you can always pause, reset, bring them back up, and get started again. Right, after 10 each side, 20 total, we're going to go ahead, we're going to do some side lying leg raises. Right, I'm just going to change my angle here so you have a better view of it. Right, we're going to be laying on our side. Our bottom leg is going to go bent for balance. Right, our top leg is going to go straight. Right, from here we're going to take our top leg and we're just going to kick it slightly behind the midline of our body. Right, but the big key when we do that is I'm keeping my hips stacked. Right, I don't want you to start rolling backwards. Right, so from here, keeping my hips stacked, kicking slightly behind the midline of my body. I'm just going to raise my foot up into the air, hold for a second at the top, control on the way back down. Lift it up, hold for a second at the top, control on the way back down. Right, and that hold at the top for 1 second is the most important part. Right, we're weakest at our end range of motion at the top here. So really getting that 1 second hold is really going to help us build that strength in that most important area of the range of motion. So we'll do 10 on one side. Right, really trying to feel that butt muscle on the top side of our leg. And then we'll go ahead, we can roll over to the other side. And do the same thing, right? Our bottom knee is bent for balance. Our hips are staying nice and stacked. Our top leg is straight. We're going to kick it behind the midline of our body slightly. From here, I'm just going to raise up, hold for a second at the top, control on the way down. And we'll do 10 on this side as well. Again, really trying to connect our brain to that side butt muscle, trying to have it do all the work for us. Great, after 10, The last exercise we're going to do is just a side lying shoulder external rotation. If you have a dumbbell at home, great, right? Only need about anywhere from 2 to 5 pounds, right? If you don't have a dumbbell, that's fine. Right? You can just use a water bottle, right? So we're going to go ahead, we're going to lay on our side here, right? Nice comfortable position, your knees can be bent, right? Key is our top elbow is going to stay pinned to our side. We're going to grab our water bottle, right? And from here, we're going to think our shoulder goes down and back to start, right? Set it in a good position. From here, we're just going to raise up. Again, keeping that elbow pinned to our side as best we can. Control on the way down. Back up. Hold for a second at the top. Control on the way down. And just like with the last exercise, right, I'm only allowed to raise up as high as I can control my shoulders from rolling. Right, so if I get up here, right, I can go a lot more, but I start to roll backwards. Right, we're trying to prevent any roll back as we lift up and control on the way down. Again, we'll do 10 on one side, and then we'll go ahead and flip sides. Right. So you can just roll over onto the other side. I'm going to switch it around so you can still see. And again, land on our side, knees are bent, shoulders are stacked. Right, grabbing that water bottle, making sure your top shoulder is down and back in a good position. My elbows staying close to my side, raising up as high as I can, controlling on the way back down. Right, we're really trying to feel those muscles in the back side of the shoulder. Right, these are our shoulder external rotators. Right, these sometimes are forgotten about, right, but these are really important muscles when it comes to having good posture. So we really want to make sure we keep them active, we keep them strong, so we can keep ourselves nice and upright. Give these 4 exercises a try, right? The goal is to try to get through it 3 times. So after we're done with those side-lying shoulder external rotations, we'd go back to our opposite arm, opposite leg dead bugs and repeat that quick full body strength circuit 3 times through. Enjoy.